We have Pragg versus Magnus, Tanya.
And this has to be our marquee matchup. And Pragg starts this time with the white pieces. He starts with a momentum of feeling that, hey, maybe Lady Luck is on my side today, because maybe Kaisa, the god of chess, is smiling at me today because I just won a completely lost position.
Absolutely right. And now he's definitely going to need all of that against the goat of chess. And we also know that Magnus, has this liking to Pragg, so there might be some psychological aspect there as well. So this will be a very, very cool match to see. And then we have liftoff. Come on, Pragg. Okay, he plays e4. He plays the king's pawn. We have liftoff there. Okay, if we can have the bird's eye view, so we can go a deep dive into each of the games. And there we have it. I think the Pragg versus Magnus board is the bottom right corner. It is the Italian opening. Magnus has played that move h6 on the corner of the board to stop the bishop from coming to g5. I believe Vishy sir said yesterday that is a very, very sharp opening, and I have seen many games of Pragg playing bishop to g5. So Magnus not trying to go into an extremely sharp opening early on. Okay, rook e1 happens on the board, and maybe his idea is to open up that square for the knight to go to f1 and then to g3. Very, very typical in these positions, Tanya.
Classic thematic play so far, and it's Magnus who gets the first central break in, and it's so much about that. Does white strike with d4 or black strikes with d5? Meanwhile, on the other boards, we've still got KG action going on, no central break so far. But also what catches my attention is the Wesley versus Vidit, the bottom left board. Vidit's going all out on the king side. He's managed to push h6, g5. He gets his knight towards the opponent's king. So that's going to be a fun battle as well. And then the other board that I want to draw your attention to is the top right corner, and that's Arjun versus Notabek. Arjun computer.
Okay, bishop takes d5, queen takes d5, and I think the b5 pawn is getting taken very, very soon. I believe in the next move itself. So this
D3 is attacked, b5 is attacked.
He plays queen b3, and I think he just takes and goes knight b5. And do the players agree to a draw, or because it's Magnus, he just continues playing?
Last time we checked in, don't go into an endgame with Magnus seemed to be the advice. I wonder if Magnus will play on and how ambitious he's feeling about his chances right now. I just want to point out that, this is a beautiful structure to have against a dark squared bishop. You take away the key activity, you're not allowing any targets. I think for Pragg, he's going to try to break on the king side at some point.
True. However, I do like Pragg's chances a bit more, because those pawns on the king side are great, but they can also be something to target in the future of the game. I feel, because Pragg's pawns are all placed on the light squares, and they are placed ideally. Black's bishop, yeah, Black's bishop can never attack them ever. So I do like his chances a bit more. I think it is Pragg who's trying to play this, but I think this is going to materialize into a draw very, very fast.
Well, the king of chess has a great king right now in the center of the board. I like his piece activity. Very possible. I think the most likely outcome in this one is a draw. Big question is Magnus going to play this on? Because also Pragg is on 5 seconds.
He just plays d4, so he's just off. That's a polite draw for. He doesn't want any imbalance anymore. He wants to go for the draw.
Saj, look at the way Magnus is thinking about his decision. He wants to try to keep as much tension on the board as possible. He's struggling to find a way to keep the game going.
He seems to be unhappy that he can't find a way to.
Oh, he just offered a draw because I think he wanted to pin the zone. Knight is hanging. Everything gets traded off. Pragg versus Magnus. A big encounter ends in a draw. Meanwhile, Saj, where do you want to go to next?
I think let's hop over to Vincent versus Daniel